I mean, this is one of the most important tools for any engineer in the industry, I would say.
Primary objectives were paperless production, so put out all the production papers out of the production, to get an operator guidance full digital.
So we are working with data. We are crazy to collect any potential data we can. So the MES powerful is behind the data.
I mean, we basically, right now we are tracking lots with paper in the clean room.
Yes, I mean, we changed from paper to a digital solution. So we have to change our mindset to create reports that the operators or also engineers get to the information they need to both systems in parallel for 1 year. Introduce one article by article in from the old system to the MES system.
We are basically going from a medium-sized company that more and more industrial and standardized. And I think, I mean, the MES for sure is one of the pillar of this change into industrialization.
Built since 30 years now. So for me, it's essential to have it. There's no way out through these 30 years, which are a key business to run the semiconductor. It's much more difficult in Exedrix than these big companies. Where the Exedrix has so many different products, which the flexibility behind the system must be massive.
We made a transition in the main data management by implementing the MES. This complexity is not possible to be adapted in ERP. So we put out the production process main data, process work steps. This main data we put out of the ERP and hold it in the MES. And the ERP is only for financial stuff.
So low volume, high mix. This is to be flexible, super flexible. More than 10 customized products per month. When I say customized, I mean really brand new.
Second is to get a transparency, higher transparency of the production by have just-in-time bookings to the ERP to get all the machine data online, so we also have the process results.
Get more transparent to our production, to have more data available to analyze our processes, and this helps us to take the right decisions.
That's all. Control everything, deep in the detail. So we have a kind of a life cycle in control. So we are not checking only the product, we're checking the processes. And without MES, it would be very difficult to collect all these numbers.
And my job is to correlate all this and do some correlation analysis in order to say, okay, we do have a yield drop, let's say from 90% to 75%. What happened? And then you can correlate with process information. And then you can run some commonality analysis. MES is gonna be a big player in that, because when you do those commonality analysis,
180 different products active, and all together with the manual mode, that's not easy. I think one of the most valuable implementation that I've seen in the past. Across all the MES system have been used.
Such an improvement for everyday life. And right now everything is centralized. The information is easy to access. I mean, this is such a game changer for us. I just have to connect on MES and just check the step, and I can do everything, and it takes 3 minutes instead of 2 hours. I really expect the whole life cycle of the production to be improved.
If you really connect the tools to the system, you can control really step by step what is going on. From the last output of the machine till down to the single wafer. For you, for example, the OEE, for example, is a kind of parameter to monitor the efficiency of your line. Without MES, then no one fab is working today without SECS/GEM connection directly to the MES. Is it that true that the direct connection is somehow not easy? It takes some time, and but in the long run it will pay back. If you produce a wafer, so SexGen is not easy, but it's super valuable in the long run.
Actually, we started with the front end of the line, and it's planned to roll out it for the complete.
We were quite fast, huh? If you think in 1 year, we almost rolling out the MES system from scratch in the past. In 2 years, no way to roll out. In 2 years, we were probably still discussing what features we want to have in the system.
And I built in all the necessary function and main data aspects to do a transition from 0 to 100 in a speed we are able to follow. We made a transition phase, ramp up of the MES products, ramp down of the paper control products.
So it's a 50% saving time and much less errors.
I mean, just communication and the whole process of communicating with. So this is also a big change for us.
The transparency we have now in the factory help us also to improve the quality, the lead time.
If we are fast to deliver the samples to our customer, so less lead time, higher quality.
With the good life cycle product, we have a better yield, we have better quality, and then in the end it's all in order to have a good product for the customer.
So this was where actually Chemline was good at. The flexibility to shape the system.
First of all, Chemline is very well established in semiconductor production. We need this consultancy and we get it. Also, big advantage of Chemline, they are very quick and very easy to adapt such.
So for our business, as I said, flexibility is critical. The wafer production, front end and back end, which are completely clustered, with the linear production of gas sensing. For example, in the same system, that's not trivial, that's not easy. And Chemline is quite a big company in the sense. And to have this kind of flexibility for such big company is already quite amazing.
So we had a 1 year phase to set up the system, and now we are in the 2nd year to really do the rollout. And there we found that Chemline can fulfill all our requirements, shows us also the needed flexibility to really improve our system, to be more efficient, better on-time deliveries, better lead times also for our customers, besides to improve our processes.
Been working with many people around the business and with many MES providers, I was quite impressed about the collaboration that we could set up from the very first beginning with the Chemline people.
Start to implement a closed loop SPC, statistical process control systematic in the MES.
So traceability and tracking, live tracking. This is all about, we will implement the eSpace or eCap, so all those live instruments to really improvement in controlling. Control means quality.
And in the future, it will fully integrated with Chemline, with the in-frame synapse and the space eCap add-on. So this closed loop SPC is very important for us. And let them float by themselves.
Because I really love semiconductor and